Hello everyone, I welcome you on the Cardamom Cookies, a show where its participants share what helps them to stay connected to their family and friends when they live abroad. My main guests are the foreigners who by any reason moved to another country. I live in Belgium 6 years ago and I moved from Russia. Being a foreigner myself, I experienced the feelings of loneliness, of homesickness, but also difficulties of adaptation to another culture. But I have also learned that there are ways to make these feelings less stressful. There are ways to feel more connected to home and to friends. In this show, foreigners who live in Belgium or in other countries will share what helps them to stay more connected to their friends and family. First of all, to start, I invite you to cook with me cardamom cookies, one of my favorite dishes and something what inspired me to create this channel. Why cardamom cookies? A friend of mine once came over to cook together. We were cooking some dishes, but we were also making dessert. And the dessert was cardamom cookies. And while we were doing that, I felt so inspired. I felt so warm of being closer to my friend, but also to feel that I have friends in another country. And the smell of cardamom, it really became a smell of my house. So what will we need? We will need a plain flour, about 300 grams. All ingredients you can find in the description under this video. We will need butter, sugar, orange. We will use juice and a zest of it, a pinch of salt, cardamom, and a milk. What we will do first of all, we will use 1 tablespoon of grounded cardamom, and we will mix it with milk. Milk should be a little bit warm. We mix it together and let it soak for about 10 minutes because it will help the flavor of cardamom to open more stronger. We'll let it for a while here. In the meantime, we are going to mix butter and sugar to prepare bases for our cookies. Every time when I do it, I feel how the smell of orange feels in the apartment. I really love it. And the thing about using orange zest or lemon zest is that my grandmother, when she was cooking pastries, she always used orange or lemon zest. And every time when I cook something and I feel like, this is a time when I need to add a bit of zest, I think about her. So what do we have now? We have cardamom, we have butter and sugar, we have zest of orange, but also orange juice. In a big bowl, we're going to mix everything. With our flour. I don't add everything in the same time because we need to see a little bit to observe the consistency of our dough. We add obviously milk and a little bit of cardamom, about 1 tablespoon, or a little bit more in case you want your home smell a little bit more festive. Pinch of salt. And orange juice. In the beginning, we can mix it with a spoon, but in the end, it will still be about using your hands. So, the main ingredients, cardamom cookies. We use orange zest and orange juice. Why I use it? Because I think about my grandmother. But I also use cardamom because my best friend, she's a Persian. She once came over and we were cooking together different dishes. And cardamom, curcuma, or saffron are one of the main spices which are commonly used in her culture. And while she was cooking it, I was so inspired, and I decided that cardamom, that's exactly the spice I need to make my own cookies. But the most important for me, of course, it's a dough. When I make something with dough, I'm thinking about my mom because she was teaching me how to do it. I remember myself being super stubborn because every time I had to knead dough, I was not patient enough. And I always looked at it and I'm like, Mom, but it's already ready. And she was coming to me and saying, No, 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 you need to do it a little bit longer. But at some moment, I understood how it should be. And I really love it. And each time after I moved to Belgium, I cook something with dough. I think about my mom, but I also sometimes call her just to make sure that I'm doing everything correct. And I say to her, look, I'm going to cook that dish. What do you think? Will be this dough good for that? And she gives me always an advice, and I really love it. We have here a lot of butter. It's a shortbread cookies. So during a kneading, because of the butter, it will start to melt a bit. And after that, so in order that our cookies keep a shape, we will need to put it into the refrigerator to let it rest a bit. It's amazing. Every time I knead a dough, I think about how my mom used to do it. And the funny thing is, every time when I'm coming back to Russia to parents, they often ask me to cook something, and first thing which comes into my mind is something from the dough. So it's ready. It's not so thick. We will need to put it to the refrigerator for a while using a film. For 30 minutes to the refrigerator. So our dough is perfectly ready to be cut on the cookies. We are using a thickness about 2 centimeters, a little bit thicker, a little bit less thicker if you prefer. And we will cut our cookies and spread them on a baking sheet. What I recommend to make it a little bit more festive. We use a mix of grounded cardamom and 1 tablespoon of sugar. We mix it all together and we sprinkle it on our cookies. It will only add flavor and your home will smell like a Christmas market. Our oven is preheated at 180 degrees and we will put our baking tray for about 12 to 15 minutes until the cookies are golden or until it smells like a Christmas market. So my cookies are ready. My home smells now like dough, which connects me to my parents, and like cardamom, which connects me to my friends, which I got to learn in Belgium. It can be very uneasy to live in another country. It can be very difficult to find ingredients for your favorite dishes, but there are always ways to make it as you wish. And one of the ways is, of course, to cook something that you used to cook when you were with your friends and family. This is the way to feel a bit connected to them. So what do we have? And let's taste it. The cookies are perfectly golden. Does it smell like orange, like cardamom? They're very hot. My problem is every time when I cook, even when I'm at home, I always feel like I need to taste it immediately. Very good. So, in next videos, I'm going to invite other foreigners who live in Belgium, which come from different countries, and we will cook their favorite national dishes. But I will also ask them about how it is to be in Belgium. What do they do to adjust better? I hope you will like it. I hope you will enjoy it. I hope you will feel the same warmth as I do. Stay tuned.